Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the March 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Pisces. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. Also, I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. I apologize in advance. Obviously, I'm not feeling the best, so my voice is a little weird this month, but hopefully you can still understand me okay. But let's go ahead and jump in and get started, Pisces. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So last few weeks or month. Column number 2 is general, what's coming for March. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note too. But again, let's go to column number 1, which is what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have the card, I Am Royalty. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the entire affirmation deck here. This just means you're so worthy, you're so deserving, you're above it all. In the best possible way. You should be treated and treating yourself like royalty. Again, one of my favorite cards out there, Pisces. Such a good feeling. But let's go and take a look and see what other messages we have coming through here. The first card we have is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So definitely some good news coming in, some sort of success, award, recognition. Like to see this again. These are these successful outcomes. So great energy to start with there. The next card that we have is the King of Coins or the King of Pentacles. This is very solid, practical, and wise. I feel like you've had a really good head on your shoulders, if that makes sense. Good decision making, good thought process, great execution, obviously, with those successes and wins. The King of Coins can also be a card of wise investments. So if you made an investment in these last few weeks too, this is a great card for those investments as well. At the bottom here, we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of... It can be teamwork, so there could have been some camaraderie, some teamwork, some support there. This is very much so a card of commerce, though, too, so it seems like there was some money movement, given the Three of Wands and the King of Coins there. This is also a card of expansion. Things are growing. I think there's going to be new opportunities based on this success, or perhaps new opportunities based on this investment. The Three of Wands can also be a card of travel or travel plans, so maybe some travel in your near future there too, Pisces. That's always good. We love travel. Let's take a look, though, at our clarifiers and see what we've got up. First up, we have the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. This is taking chances, fresh hope, new paths, new ventures, new beginnings. I just mentioned, I feel like either that investment you made or this success, victory, award, recognition, whatever it may have been with the Six of Wands, it does seem like it's opening you up to new beginnings, new opportunities. So really nice energy there. So something new to come because of that success. The next card that we have is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a card of being very self-sufficient. So I feel like this likely wasn't like a joint investment. Like this is something that you did on your own. The other thing with this is a card of honesty or a card of communication. I feel like you maybe like expressed what you were hoping for in terms of investment, and it kind of just came to you. The pieces came into play, and it's important to remember that we can like speak things into reality. So by asking for what we want or what we need, then it helps gravitate those things towards us. And last but not least, here at the bottom, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very free-spirited, very creative, very much so a card of freedom. I do feel like, again, some of you are going to be doing some travel, so that's going to be your freedom there, getting away a little bit. But also, this is like coming through as financial freedom. Again, the Three of Wands is a card of expansion and a card of commerce. So this is growth of money. So some financial freedom coming for some of you. Again, this new opportunity, that success, and that investment all looking really good in the last few weeks there, Pisces. So you did it all. No wonder you're feeling like royalty. I get it now. It makes sense. Okay, now let's move on to our second column, which is just general what's coming for the month of March. We have the card I Will Pray. This can be prayer, hope, manifesting, whatever resonates with you. But it seems like there's something we're praying for. There's something we're really hoping for right now. So let's go ahead and take a deeper dive into that and see what messages we have. The first card we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very studious, very hardworking. My advice here is we need to keep making sure that we're taking the right steps to move towards whatever this thing is that you're hoping and praying for. It's going to take action and effort on your part. That's what I'm hearing. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's working towards those things that you want. So, of course, continue to hope, manifest, pray. But I think some action is going to be needed here. That's what's coming through with the Page of Cups. The next card that we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of trusting your intuition. This is like secrets or mysteries, so there could be some unknown here. And if we come across unknown situations, again, we need to rely on our intuition or our gut feel to kind of guide us through. I think you will get the information that you need, but again, it's just not there at this exact moment. So be aware of that, Pisces. At the bottom here, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a card of strategic planning. So this is like your next big move, your next move that we're working on or we're moving towards here, which is really neat to see. It's the next big thing. It's the next stepping stone for you. It's the next chapter here. But we need to do, again, some work and possibly some kind of navigating to get us to that spot. Let's go ahead and clarify and see what other messages I can give you here. The first clarifier we have is the Four of Pentacles. This makes total sense. The Four of Pentacles is like your desires. It's that thing that you want that you don't quite have right now. We already really addressed that with the I Will Pray card, manifest, hope. Again, so it's working towards that thing that we want that we don't quite have yet. The next card that we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of being very traditional. It's a card of being conventional. I feel like there is like XYZ steps that need to happen to accomplish what you want. And sometimes they tell you that doesn't matter, but in this case it is like you have to do X, Y, and Z to get where you need to go. But the nice thing is it seems like the path is pretty clear. I mean, there could be some unknown things that come up that you'll trust your intuition on, but at the end of the day, you know what action needs to happen here, Pisces. At the bottom here, we have the Justice card. I like the Justice card. This is always favorable for you, Pisces. This is cause and effect. So again, you know if you take these actions, that is the result you'll get, which is wonderful because that's going to help us move towards this thing that we want. The Justice is also finding out information. So again, with the High Priestess, if there are things that are unknown or unclear, we're going to get that information that we need. So interesting next steps for you. But again, make sure you are taking those next steps. But let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. We're going to start with like a tips, tricks, affirmation card. In this case, it says, program your money. When you receive money, set an intention for it to work for you where it needs to and for it to grow where it needs to grow. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Pisces. Up first, we have the Knight of Cups. Great money card to start with. The Knight of Cups is wishes coming true. It's literally like receiving what you want. So in terms of career or money, we're really well positioned this month with the Knight of Cups because, again, it has that very literal transition of getting what you want. This is also material abundance, which is good. We love that materiality or tangible when it comes to money. The Knight of Cups can also be a card of good health. I know that doesn't really relate to money, but figured I'd throw that out there. So really nice to see whatever you're hoping for financially or hoping for career-wise seems to be coming forward for you. The next card that we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card with a lot of different meanings, but oftentimes this is a card that means some healing needs to happen, Pisces. So there are some financial situations potentially that you need to heal from. Maybe you had to spend your savings account and you need to recover your savings account. Maybe you had to use a credit card for something and we need to pay that credit card back down. But there's like some financial recovery that needs to happen here. The next card that we have is the Justice card. Nice side-by-side Justice cards here. Again, this is cause and effect, so the efforts you've put in, you're now reaping the benefits for, so we really like to see that with the Justice card. Also could be finding out information though, so truth coming out there as well. But let's take a look at our clarifiers. First we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a card of going through some sort of transition. And again, this is entering into a new period. This is accomplishing what we want. This is obtaining what we want. And with the Six of Swords, it's always a positive transition. You see the boat is moving forward in a positive manner. So excited to see you go through this phase where you're receiving what you want financially or receiving what you want career-wise. This could also be the transition of doing some of that financial healing that really needs to happen. The next card that we have is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change. So it's things happening really fast for you, which is nice. So I feel like, again, if there was that situation where we need to pay back a savings account or pay off a credit card or something, we're in the position where we're going to be able to do that relatively quickly here, Pisces. At the bottom, we have the Hermit card. The Hermit card is going within for clarity. This is like about doing things that feel good to you too. But I don't know. I'm going to give you what I'm hearing here, Pisces. If there's like a purchase or an expense or something that comes up that doesn't feel right, make sure you trust that gut feeling. Like perhaps you're going to go buy a car and then you get kind of a weird feeling about it. Maybe something's not right with the car. Just make sure you're doing purchases that feel good or expenses that feel good. I realize there are some things like bills that we have to pay that may or may not feel good. But those kind of additional expenses, make sure we're kind of gut checking them to make sure that they feel good. Also make sure that it supports your goal. Like you have 200 pairs of shoes and you want to buy 2 more pairs. That's probably not supporting your goal there, Pisces, right? Okay, now let's move on to our next column, which is anything related to love. Similar to money, we're going to pick a quick love message. It says, give thanks for blessing of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage. Again, whatever you associate with love here, Pisces. And let's see what messages we have. First up, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is, again, this speedy action, something happening really quick this month. So anticipate something happening quickly in love for you. This is also like finding out information, hearing some sort of news. The next card that we have is the Three of Coins or the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of collaboration. We need to have some sort of communication. What I'm almost hearing is like if you don't have the conversation, you're not going to find out the information that you need. So make sure that there's a lot of collaboration. Be very candid. Keep communication top of mind, Pisces, as you move forward into this month. Again, if you aren't communicating, then you're not going to find out what you need to find out here. The Three of Coins is also like a teamwork card, which makes sense. I always tell people whether it's family, friends, relationship, we should be on the same team. We should be fighting for the same thing. So I know teamwork isn't always something we associate with love, but we should. So it's like we need to communicate with our team to figure out what's happening here. At the bottom, we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a great love card. It's very romantic love. It's a card of partnership, proposal, marriage. If you're hoping to enter into a new relationship, this is a good one for you. Looking for advancement in your current relationship or just soundness in your current relationship. But again, we need to communicate here to figure out whatever this information is. Let's go ahead and take a look at our clarifiers though. Up first we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card, interestingly enough, so one of the meanings of this is like innocence, but this is coming through as like a lack of knowledge. So again, we need to have the conversation to gain that knowledge, whatever it may be. There's something you need to find out this month. The next card that we have is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very powerful, very bold. It's a really courageous card. Perhaps this could be an uncomfortable conversation, or you're like unsure if you should ask or say something. So it's kind of that little extra push. But it's like, it will be well received because again, there's this teamwork, this camaraderie, this support there. So I feel like your intentions will be good. They'll be coming from a place of good intentions. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. Especially for those of you in existing relationships, I feel like you guys need like a weekend away. You need a little break here. You need to take some time just for your relationship. Perhaps things are very busy. Oftentimes we see this card after a busy time, so maybe we just haven't been spending the time we would like with each other. So get some quality relationship time in this month if you can. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message for our future self or spirit guides. We have the card, I Am a Warrior. So this is an interesting one, and I always like to explain a little bit more. I don't necessarily love the fact, but the reality is in life there are often times that we have to fight for. And that's, again, not a bad thing, but we do have to push for the things that we're passionate about, fight for the things that we're passionate about. So this is about pushing forward on the things that are meaningful to you, the things that you need, the things that you want. But let's go and take a look and see what messages we have in this column here. Okay, up first we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of being stressed. It's a card of being exhausted. It's a card of having a lot going on. Right now I think, Pisces, you're potentially fighting for too many different things. You're trying to tackle too many different things at once. And it's just not feasible. Unfortunately, you're not really making the progress on any of them because there's so many conflicting priorities. So do keep that in mind here. Again, we need to figure out what the most important couple things are and push forward. Like right now we have like 10 things going on, and 10 things is just too many at this time. The next card that we have is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a very generous card. It's a card of giving or receiving help. I do think that you can get some support here to help move forward on some of these things, but keep in mind it's still not going to be enough support to move forward on all 10. So we need to have priority. We need to have those most important things that we're pushing for and fighting for. At the bottom here, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of reflection. It's a card of nostalgia. This can also be reunion. So I do feel like somebody's going to come in and connect and support and help you fight the cause, which is nice, because sometimes I think we are fighting for things on our own. But again, it's not going to be enough to accomplish all things that you want right now. So again, do some prioritization here. The first card that we have is the first clarifier we have is the Ace of Swords. This is a card of getting clarity. Again, we need to decide where the priorities live, what's most important at this exact moment. The next card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of being very patient. It's being hardworking. It's being reliable. The nice thing with the Knight of Pentacles is like if you put in the work, you will reap the benefit. So if you put in this work potentially with support of somebody else, you are going to get the outcome. But again, we need to be working on a little bit less than all things we have going right now, Pisces. At the bottom here, we have the World card. I'm glad to see this. The World card is the last card of the Major Arcana. This is like success. It's completion. It's wrapping something up. So again, if we can focus in on a couple of things and then put in the work on those couple of things, we are going to get them completed. We're going to get them knocked out, which is good. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, please pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 7 of Hearts. This is number 21 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the Queen of Diamonds. This is number 12 card. That's also going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the Ace of Hearts. This is number 11 card. That's going to be a no. So yes, yes, no for you. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of March. For this month you have Rose Quartz, which is good for softness, love. It's gentle but firm. It's also a really good self-love crystal too. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, every day holds new magic. Thank you so much, Pisces, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Pisces, and I hope you have a wonderful March.